Lewis Hamilton's plan to change F1 rules has been rebuffed by insiders in a blow to the Mercedes star. Lewis Hamilton has been criticized for making a ludicrous proposal to change F1 rules in a bid to affect Red Bull. Hamilton suggested F1 teams should be banned from working on next season's car until later in the summer to stop dominant teams from continuing to have an advantage. The seven-time champion made the remarks after Red Bull boss Christian Horner admitted some resources were now being piled into the RB20. But, F1 analyst Peter Windsor slammed the idea and revealed it would be unfair to punish the world champions so easily. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Windsor said, "I think it was a joke to upset Red Bull. It must be. If Hamilton meant that, it really was the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. Just because one team is doing so well, they can focus on the next year. And that's with a budget cap. Without the cap, they might not even have started working on the next car." Hamilton called for the updates as he demanded FIA chiefs do something to end periods of dominance in F1. Red Bull has won every race so far this season while Verstappen dominated in 2022. The Dutchman is now closing in on his third world title with an almost 100-point advantage over nearest rival Sergio Perez. Hamilton also revealed that Mercedes bosses never worked on their new machines this early into a campaign. Speaking ahead of the Austrian Grand Prix, Hamilton explained, "I think the FIA should probably put a time when everyone is allowed to start developing on the next year's car. So August 1st, that's when everybody can start, so then no one can get an advantage on the next year, cause that sucks. It would make more sense. They should. Say for example you start the season and you know you have a bad car, you can just say I'm not going to bother developing this car and put all this money into next year's car and have an advantage." However, Hamilton's plans were rubbished by Red Bull with Verstappen calling out his former title rival's ideas. The 25-year-old replied, "We weren't talking about that when he was winning his championships, right? So I don't think we should now." Team boss Christian Horner also scoffed at the plans, highlighting it would be almost impossible to stop teams from thinking up new solutions. He commented, "I think it would be an incredibly hard thing to police. How on earth could you say, right, August 1st, go? How do you prevent people thinking about or working on next year's cars?